Let me quickly share a story about Filevine. So Filevine is basically a legal case and contract management software. So in today's conversation, we want to do an in-depth review. We want to review the pros and cons, the pricing, the features, everything. So here's the introduction I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Filevine, I want you to think about a cloud-based legal management software tool that does a lot of things, from task automation to contract management to matter management. And the cool thing is, whether you have 10 attorneys or 1,000 attorneys, this tool can scale with your business. So this is really good because when you actually have to choose legal practice management software, pay attention to scalability. Because see, right now you probably have a small firm, or you probably have a mid-sized firm, but fast forward 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you probably might grow like crazily, right? So you want to have a legal practice management software that can grow with you, that can scale with you without disrupting your operations. So Filevine does all of that. We love the fact that within Filevine, you have task management tools, you have shared calendars, you have settlement calculators, and you have deadline chains, all in order to automate each stage of the workflow and allow attorneys to handle higher caseloads with greater efficiency. So when we talk about greater efficiency, we're speaking about what? Productivity. And when we speak about productivity, we're speaking about what? Profitability. So see the link, productivity to profitability. Really fantastic. And what we love about Filevine is that the platform is highly customizable, meaning what? Filevine can fit any practice area or firm size. So if you are listening to me right now, you are working for a small firm, a large firm, a mid-sized firm, you will find your luck with Filevine, not a problem. And so we love the fact that you have important tools such as matter, case management, document storage, contract management, lead intake. Okay. You have time tracking and billing, business analytics. Fantastic. So overall, you have an all-in-one suite that can really help your law firm go from, regular law firm to a very competitive firm. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Filevine. Okay. Welcome back, by the way, to the show. It's really, really fantastic to have you here. And it's just great. Please stick around till the end. We'll share a lot of good things with you. Let me quickly go through the pros and cons here. So pros, you have a highly customizable tool. When you think about Filevine, think about customizability. Okay. Highly bespoke tool. You have a great user interface. So in terms of UI and UX, Filevine really does a great job there. And Filevine is easy to learn, simple to use. So for us, this is really important because you want to really have, when we analyze user experience, when we rate user experience, we pay attention to easiness of use and also how is it to learn also. Filevine has excellent collaboration features. The tool also makes taking time-stamped case notes easy, and the interface is intuitive, really intuitive. So this is something that they've done a great job in terms of making it easy for users to actually use the tool. Fantastic. So those are like a few pros we believe are preeminent if you start to analyze the advantages of Filevine. Now let's talk about the disadvantages, because there are some. So let's look at the cons here. So on occasion, the software will lag significantly or go out of service altogether, which could be a little problematic if you're working on an important project. Okay, the Filevine is expensive to use when you really think about it. Filevine could be complex. In other words, you have a multitude of capabilities, a multitude of functionalities, and to learn all these things at once could be a little complex. And in terms of task management, the task management features are not really advanced. We believe they're still basic. So Filevine, if you're listening to us, you might want to beef up your offer in that department. There is no client portal as of yet. And Filevine lacks an autosave function, which is quintessential in our view. And email integration is lacking. So for instance, incoming email attachments must first be downloaded and then attached to a new email that is sent to a Filevine email address. This is too complicated, too convoluted. So this can be really improved. And Filevine is not as good for law firms who are not personal injury practices. So, something that's good to know. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Filevine. So this is a Filevine legal practice management software review. I want to quickly talk to you about the features here. So when we think about Filevine, I want you to think about a wide array of features, including project management and collaboration. So you're able to manage your team in all cases in one tool. And here, Filevine provides storage, automatic deadline generation, automatic reports, and real-time collaboration between team members. You have workflow, so you have a dynamic task flow system that provides client connection, auto tasks, simple records collection, team-specific auto tasks, real-time case monitoring is there as well. So you have text to case file. So all members of a client's legal team can text and receive text through the case file, and you are able to keep clients connected and preserve privacy at the same time. You have deadlines. So here you are able to provide customizable deadlines and a simple litigation calendar tool with built-in reminders. You have reports. So here, this capability shows costs, settlement amounts, team performance, case lengths, and bottlenecks. You also have records. So here you are able to keep all case records in a secure and organized system. And so Filevine allows ease of retrieval through a versatile searching and document hashtags. You also have a settlement calculators. So this provides real-time dispersal sheet changes and allows clients the chance to plan for the future with calculated settlements. You also have bill and expense tracking. So here you are able to track where money gets spent. So here the software will add up bills and expenses, providing hyperlinked bills, and allows also instant access to all relative documents. You have a super easy interface in our view, which lessens distractions and quickens work rate through simple software. You are able to edit everything in one place, so you can change any case or client documents you need to change. No need to download it and re-upload it. Okay. You have audit reports, so you know all of your cases and your team with reports. So this provides a clear detail on all practice activities, which is really great. If you're working on let's say you are working on multiple projects, having the ability to have this sort of view, bird's eye view, is really fantastic. I want to talk to you also about the Filevine Periscope, which provides a summary of your entire practice. It helps you make profitable decisions on all cases, clients, and team members. And you also have the auto hashtags. So this is actually a new twist on hashtags. This creates an automatic it really creates a series of automatic hashtags on cases that meet specific and custom criteria. So overall, this is a great tool. We love it a lot. You also have case management, document management, workflow automation, client texting, reporting and analytics, calendar, and deadline management. Fantastic. Let's talk about the competitive edge that Filevine has. For us, first of all, security. Security is a biggie with Filevine. Really, Filevine uses robust IT security that includes the following. You have password security, data traffic encryption, you have server-side verification, you have secured database, you have redundant data backup, you have updates, you have credit card data securely stored, you have secure document download, you have secure document upload. So you can see here we have a constellation of features that really actually adds a competitive edge to Filevine. So Filevine, in our view, based on the security setup and also based on the features that I just mentioned earlier, is suitable for a couple of law firms. You have, Filevine is designed to support attorneys who represent plaintiffs. Filevine works best for personal injury law firms, and the software helps attorneys to collaborate on cases and works well for legal teams of 4 or more people. And legal firms that use this case management solution range in size from a solo practitioner to a large firm that has 900 users. Okay, this is really important to really pay attention to. And this is where some very special features within Filevine will add value, will make the software a competitive, a real competitor in this space. For example, you have a built-in calculator that you can use for a settlement. Think about it. You have text message integration. And then you also have a fully customizable file set for cases. So this is really great, and we love the fact that the Filevine is fully integrated with PrimaFact, VineSign, Dropbox, Domo, Slack, QuickBooks, NetDocuments, OneDrive, Google Drive, Spring CM, Google Calendar, Office 365 Calendar, and Box, among others, of course. So this is really good. So we love that. And the cool thing is they're adding new integrations all the time. And in terms of installation, you can install it locally if you want to, but it's more popular to install Filevine on the cloud because it is primarily a cloud-based solution. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Filevine. So this is a Filevine legal practice management software review. Now, let me talk to you about the specs. When you think about Filevine, what kind of specs should you think about? It's important to understand that Filevine is really great when it comes to a couple of things. For example, case or matter management. If you're thinking about case or matter management, you are able to use Filevine appropriately because you can actually really see exactly what's really happening. You can manage information specific to your practice areas. For instance, you can implement case management your way. You also have client or contact management. So you can use Filevine very appropriately to manage clients and other contacts so that you can actually focus on increasing billable time for your law practice management. You have task management, which is another functionality within Filevine, which is really great. You have to understand when we talk about task management, we are talking about activities that can be associated with cases or a matter and can be actually assigned to different lawyers. And the reason why you want to manage tasks is to actually know in your law firm the attorneys who are great and those who are less than great, right? It's all about what? It's all about collaborative environment. It's all about learning from each other, but it's also all about accountability at the individual level. So you also have the calendaring function within Filevine, which is really great. So you're able to actually, you have a full calendar client, not just an integration with Outlook or Google Calendar. Okay, so this is really cool. Well, we love this a lot. We love also the fact that you have conflict checking within Filevine so that you are able to stay clear of issues at the regulatory level, at the state and federal level as well. And also one thing I also want to say is that, when we talk about, I wanted to talk about timekeeping because Filevine actually, as I said, is an all-in-one solution, and it doesn't have like an embedded accounting integration as strong as QuickBooks or Zoho Books or FreshBooks or no. You might need to actually use a third party such as Zapier to get those. But where you can actually shine, where Filevine shines rather, is through the conflict checking and the task management aspect of things. I also want to talk to you about the fact that within Filevine, you have text messaging capabilities. This is really cool if you were to ask me, because that means what? You can do a lot of things. You can actually, you can send and receive text messages and associate them with your matters. And because when we analyze profitability for a law firm, we pay attention to profitability at the case level. Okay, so you also have document management. So the thing with document management within Filevine is that you are able to prioritize your documents. Again, if we were to extrapolate and think about a very large firm with multiples of objectives, you have hundreds of paperwork actually coming in and out every single day. You might need to make a decision and say, you know what, I'm not going to invest too much. I'm going to maybe do the minimum for now, and then I'll see how things go, and then maybe I'll learn to grow with the software. And you also you have to think about document assembly. So here you are able to actually use Filevine to load your firm's document templates into your law practice management software. And the thing is that what you want to save time and ensure consistency. So there was a before Filevine and there was an after Filevine. So you just want to make sure that your firm, your law firm, has the ability to understand all those elements. This is really quite essential to really think about. And one thing I also need to say here is that you need to pay attention to trust accounting also, because again, trust accounting is the center. It really takes center stage when it comes to legal practice management, especially if you are serving multiple clients over multiple years or decades, which means courts at the national level and also at the federal level, but also at the state level will start paying attention to those elements like big time. So it's one of those things you really want to pay attention to really know exactly what kind of features are great for you. You also have billing and invoicing that we love a lot. And so the billing and invoicing here, you are able to go through Filevine to send bills or invoices and also receive though. Okay, so you can also receive, and you also have an open API within the software. Now that API, they need to beef it up a little bit. Right now it's not where it should be at, and the thing is, they might actually they're trying to roll it out in specific states first before rolling the whole thing out nationally. So it is a process. I mean, we did understand what we were talking about, but it's one of those things where if you have to actually upgrade later on to, let's say you have to add new capabilities to your Filevine software, then you might need to actually contact customer service. Boss, let's talk about pricing here. And I want you to look right now on the screen. And you can see, so this is the first screenshot. You can see here. And so you have the Filevine, so you can actually pay for the Filevine platform and the time and tracking capability. So this is the first screenshot. And this is the second screenshot. So what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that the Filevine does not disclose its prices. You're going to need to contact sales. And once you actually are with a salesperson, right, you need to actually say which plan you really want, because you have lead dockets, you have Vine Vision, and you have Outlaw CLM. So you have to really say, okay, this is what I want. And then Filevine will work with you to actually make it happen. So, but you have to be ready to pay, because, it is how the system works. I mean, so here is our opinion here. After reviewing this Filevine software tools for the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes, what is our decision? What is our opinion? Well, Filevine is definitely a go. It's definitely a legal practice management software to consider if you want to know more about functionalities. This is great software. It does a lot of great things, and we love it. We've been following for a while, okay? And basically, it's all about knowing exactly what you want with your software tool. And besides legal practice, you actually can use the Filevine for certain other things as well. So it's just a matter of making sure that you are aligning your business, or you're aligning your tools with the right software, or not the right software, with the right software provider. Very important. All right, let's quickly recap to this conversation. So I was just giving you a Filevine in-depth legal practice management software review. So I give you the introduction, the pros and cons, the features, the competitive edge, the specs, the pricing, and the opinion. Thank you. God bless you. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.